Hello and welcome back to the Unplayables podcast. It's me, George, hosting again. Joined again 3 weeks in a row. How have we managed to get all of us together again? Amazing. Joined by Matthew, Connor, Art and Ryan. Say hello, guys. How you doing?
Alright.
Hello, I'm okay.
Hello there.
How are you guys?
I like how we all talk at once. That's really we're so British.
Yeah.
We queue for the mic. It's because we've only got one mic in the studio, so they take it in turns to speak into it. They're all stood in a nice single file line, and that's the way we want to keep it.
Yes.
Today, we've got quite a big topic. We're labelling it the price of football, but that is actually that is one study done by the BBC, which they do every year, in which they see how expensive or cheap ticket prices are up and down the country. We're not only going to be looking at ticket prices, however, we're going to be looking at everything money related in football and what we think about the situation at the moment and what it's doing to the game. Does anyone have any really strong opinions on anything to do with money in football that could kick us off, or do you want me to start us off with something?
Well, I'd say we go with the ticket prices and match day prices for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can start with that. So I've been looking, had a bit of a look at the actual price of football, work that the BBC carried out. And if we're starting with Premier League, the cheapest individual ticket price, which is actually very good, which is Liverpool, and it's £9.
Is that for adults?
Yeah, but the reason they do that is they do it. They release 500 tickets each home game to people with L in their postcode, so obviously locals.
Yeah.
Which are £9 to get, which is obviously brilliant.
Yeah.
No other club really does something like that. That's obviously this cheap, as it is the cheapest. Found the cheapest. Most expensive individual match ticket. Where do we think it is?
Arsenal.
Wrong.
Oh,
Brighton.
Wrong.
Man United?
Let's
No.
just say two of you are fans.
Yeah.
Chelsea
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Really? But
Yeah.
Is that the highest average or is that the highest?
Is
it £70 or is
no,
it more?
it's like individual match ticket price. The cheapest one is £47.
Oh, that is
Obviously,
the
this
cheapest.
isn't when we're looking at like student or members, anything like that.
yeah.
It just
Is that okay?
2017. This is all right.
Oh, old
Okay.
news.
That's disappointing.
Well, they haven't done the test this
Yeah.
year,
Oh, yeah.
so shush. What do we think about that? £47. Let's say for an adult to go and watch Chelsea. What do you
That
think?
is a bit extortionate. That's not even considering travel. Like, if you live in London, that's fine, nearly. But if you're from
London's a big place.
coming from Birmingham or something, that's an expensive.
Or Stratford,
Or Stratford, for
To
example.
be fair,
Yeah.
there probably aren't many Chelsea fans in Stratford because
Yeah.
it's not very local,
No,
is it?
no.
So
not the real
it's illogical,
Stratford, by the way.
way.
Upon Avon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
that's
an Avon?
I mean, yeah, that's quite I think location's quite a big factor as to how much that costs. So, yeah, that I mean, like I said, like if you live in London, you probably already have an Oyster card or something. The tube will be quite cheap. So that's not really out of your wage. Whereas,
£47.
it is expensive for 90
Think
minutes.
about
of
what
football.
else could we buy for £47?
Nearly a PlayStation yearly membership.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a PlayStation.
The new FIFA when it comes out.
Nearly.
Boycott
Almost.
FIFA.
But I think using FIFA as an example for something else being too expensive probably isn't the best idea.
Yeah, how much do you spend on FIFA points?
£1,000.
Yeah, Connor.
£2,000.
I refuse to disclose that information.
Yeah, there we go then.
He is in big
We
trouble.
need an
Yeah.
intervention.
Yeah, 47 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there was a cap on the away tickets. Was it?
£25, £30 or something.
I think it might be 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should do that because
Yeah.
teams like Chelsea don't need any more money.
Yeah.
Well said. I think it's interesting when you look lower down the football league, because clubs actually rely on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Figure.
like
Yeah.
But I think it's absolutely disgusting that they can charge £47 to watch. What annoys me more is that you look at, I know this is going to be, well, it's not silly. Look at like the average wage of people going to watch. I know Chelsea, all right, it might be higher because Chelsea fans stereotypically are, maybe wealthier. Chelsea's a nice area in London. Matthew's a Chelsea fan.
There we go again. I was just expecting that. There we go.
But if you look at stuff like that, you've got these people who are paying £47, which, it's like let's say it's half a day's wages. That maybe is in quite a good job. I don't know. But especially in London, wages might be better.
But like at Chelsea games, not most, a lot of the tickets go to tourists.
Yeah.
Like
that's true. Yeah.
A lot of the real fans, perhaps
they're more in the shed, aren't they?
They usually go on the shed or the Matthew Harding.
Whereas the West Stand, which is where I've sat before,
where all the tourists and fake fans are.
Yeah, and it's also the one most. That's the
most expensive. So they're the best.
That's a £70.
Right.
Yeah,
but if we're looking at that price,
for what category game is that?
That was for West Brom. So that was B. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, West Brom's a category B.
Yeah, the way Chelsea do it is category B, category A, category AA.
Yeah.
So
we have B, A, and AA. So AA is like Leicester at one point. I think after Leicester won the league, they then became an A.
Yeah.
Whereas that season up until they were a B.
Yeah.
So I mean,
AA games.
Yeah.
They'll go like that. A games, they'll go a bit quicker. B games generally go on sale for a bit longer.
Yeah, and normally you can get them on general.
But
you can't.
You can.
No, you can't.
West Brom, you can.
That was one game. That was the only Premier League game to go on general sale this season.
There you go.
Was it?
Because
We don't usually do general sale for Premier League games, I don't think.
I'm hoping Stoke at the start of next month. Because I want to go.
I got an email about that because sometimes they email when tickets aren't selling that well.
All right.
But yeah,
let me know.
I mean, that's another factor, how clubs categorise their prices just on a certain fixture. That's
that makes sense though.
It does kind of, yeah.
Because if you're paying £70,
£70
at Chelsea for Chelsea West Brom or Chelsea Brighton, and then paying £70 for Chelsea United, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is, if you watch, obviously Chelsea aren't doing the best, but they're a good club. But imagine paying £47 and you're sitting for 90 minutes and you're watching a bunch of millionaires running around a pitch, and you're paying to what
Yeah.
Well, look at a club like Chelsea; they do not need that ticket.
No, they don't need that ticket price. No, and also I think it has especially been sort of difficult to go and pay that money during the 15-16 season when we were atrocious.
Yeah,
well,
but I think
I don't want to say atrocious because you didn't get relegated.
That's not the point. You shouldn't go just because the team's on form.
No, thank you.
No, but I mean that price, what you're saying, you're going to watch a load of grown men play football. Millionaires play football, and you want them to get a result for you, and obviously that doesn't always happen. But it's then you've spent all that money.
Well, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Imagine all the Chelsea fans that went up to the Etihad.
Exactly. Yeah. They'd have to
that's
pay
even
for
more
the ticket
ridiculous.
And then pay the travel just to see your team
not play football.
The things that you've got to do to try and get away tickets as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be a member for so long and then a season ticket for so long, and you've got to have so many loyalty points. I mean that's how we do it. We do it based on that.
That is probably the fairest way to do it, because it means you've got the real, but... And I'm sure there are some fans who, no matter what the price would be, they'd still go and support their team. But that's not the point.
Yeah, but I'm a member with Arsenal.
Yeah.
But because of my membership, I can't go to away games even though I want to. So
yeah.
And that's another point. How much do you have to spend? No matter what your dedication is, how much do you have to spend season ticket wise before you get your first away game, sort of thing?
Well, season ticket holders at Chelsea, they get first dibs.
With everything?
With away games, everything.
Right, okay.
So as soon as
you become a season ticket, you can get an away game?
Pretty much.
Okay. So that sort of makes sense.
Season ticket holders get first dibs, then it goes to members.
But they only get, with season tickets, they still have to pay for cup, don't they?
Yes.
For their seats, Champions
It's
League.
It's only a Premier League season ticket, but they can book their seat weeks before they go on sale to other members, and then eventually general sale. And they get them reduced.
Yeah.
That kind of annoys me as well. You look at how expensive season tickets are. Clubs, obviously, that's a larger amount of money because it's coming in one like lump sum over the space of like 2 or 3 months. So maybe a club like Chelsea, maybe they would need that, but I still can't see it really touching the sides.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's a drop in the ocean, isn't it, for what, you know? And that's, I think, especially for us as young fans, I think once we get older, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, the average age of going to a football game now in the top flight, I think, is about 40.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's because that's when you can start to afford it.
Yeah.
I think it's really difficult.
But Man City are quite the opposite. I think their most expensive season ticket is like £300.
Yeah, they're quite good when it comes to
So, I mean, like...
because they need the fans.
Well, I mean, that is a fair point, but either way, still, to go and see a top club for like £300 a year, that is pretty good.
That's how it should be. That's not, we shouldn't be sat here going, all credit to them.
Yeah.
Everyone should be doing it.
It's like kind of just an English thing, though, because like season tickets abroad are quite cheap as well.
Barcelona ones aren't. They're quite cheap.
Yeah, like German football is ridiculously
cheap. Is it the thing where like you can get a season ticket at Dortmund for one match ticket at Arsenal?
Yeah,
something like that.
There's like mostly in Germany, football is ridiculously cheap.
Yeah,
I think it's like €100 for a season or something like that.
It obviously varies by club, but if you want a season ticket at someone like Bayern Munich, you can probably get it cheaper than most teams in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact figures.
Do you think that's because, do they have any rules or regulations or restrictions, or do you think that's just a general culture thing they've just sort of accepted?
Are a lot of clubs owned by fans in Germany?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 50+1
Yeah,
thing,
it's quite different in Germany, really.
They care about their fans.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Who are fans? What?
Well, I think who do we think the problem of that lies with then? Because you can't really say it lies with the club, because as long as they can get away with it, they will get away with it.
I'd say the Premier League.
Yeah.
The Premier League.
The higher the organisers.
Yeah.
Because they've just
sat back and done
kept feeding into it, and then the clubs just follow suit. Basically.
Yeah.
I don't think, obviously the TV rights haven't helped.
Well, like, if anything, that should help, because if they're getting like billions and billions spent on TV, they're like, okay, we've got all this money, we can reduce ticket prices, we can make them £20 less. Put a cap, like if they put a cap, like they did for away tickets on home tickets, it like fans would be so much more happier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think in some, like with Liverpool, where when their fans did that protest.
The £77, and they walked on the 77th minute,
Maybe obviously not everyone's going to do it, but if a lot more people at football grounds did that, it could change something, but...
I mean, it did work with Liverpool.
Yeah. I think the problem is...
I think they did scrap it then.
But then Liverpool are much more
fan-based, because their fans are like real powerful, whereas like for us, for example, we're hardly ever listened to.
Well, if you think about it, most Liverpool fans are from Liverpool.
Yeah.
If you went to like other top 4 clubs, they have a much wider like tourist population who,
I mean, Matthew does his own like walkout. Like he leaves 10 minutes before the game's finished.
I had to get my train. I thought I was gonna miss it.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah, but I have a car on a meter. It's gonna end up getting me a ticket. And
you're a typical Chelsea fan.
Hey, just pay the extra £1.
What?
It's like the
it's not an extra £1 for being like
however much it is.
He stayed till the final whistle.
To be honest, Matthew, I feel sorry for you even more, because when you're older, you're going to be paying £47 to watch 80 minutes.
Great.
In terms of the clubs, you can't really blame them, especially the top clubs. They're going to continually get fans in anyway.
Yeah.
So if it only becomes a problem for the clubs once they're not filling the grounds. But at the moment they are, with Arsenal.
Yeah, it could become a problem for us if we keep playing the way we are. I know it's not like an excuse for fans not to go.
I think that's the horrible thing, though, isn't it? It's getting to the stage where it's so expensive, where it's giving fans that reason to not go. Why do I want to pay that much to watch that? Whereas it should be you watch them win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Even Thierry Henry said it on Sky, like people, like if you were given the option to spend money you've earned to travel and go up to a game where it's just going to be kind of depressing, or just watch it on TV, you're going to watch it on TV.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think even more so now, because obviously we've definitely grown up when football has been readily available on TV. Whereas, you know, if you're looking at like the 70s, 80s, fans were more likely to go up and down the country because they couldn't. Because Match of the Day only showed one game, didn't it? It's like even stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Match of the Day.
Yeah, because I think the only things that were televised football-wise was the FA Cup final every year on the BBC, and I think the World Cup final. I think at best.
Well, that's probably going back. Yeah, very.
That was like the 60s, like
further.
That was like the 66.
But it means like the generation that were going in the 80s as youngsters are now the ones that are still going up and down the country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the average age is 40.
If I could, I would.
Yeah, exactly. But not everyone is like that. Not everyone's like that, are they?
No.
Like for example, Matthew, when he gets really excited about Chelsea being on Sky.
Yeah, but that's because
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's how.
It's just because I don't get to see them a lot because, like, I'm not a member.
Become a member.
Well, yeah, obviously I will be next year, but I'm not a member at the moment. Obviously, getting tickets for them is hard enough anyway.
Yeah.
The travelling, like, okay, yeah, like Ryan does the travelling, which is fair enough and all that. But, you know, that's also... And it's trying to explain to your boss, I'm not working because I've got a football match, and my boss is not really understanding on that front.
Well, no, you can't.
I mean, like, it's those sort of... So when they are on TV, it is a sort of nice feeling, because at least then I get to watch my team and not have to look at BBC and wait 20 minutes for 1 minute update.
Yeah, well, like, for me, it's completely... It's completely different to, like, a regular fan, my experience. When I go to a game, I, like, really... It's like, I don't know...
You feel like a tourist almost.
I do, but even though I'm like the way I picture supporting a team, I don't try and picture it like this, but it is from the sofa watching through the TV. That's my general experience of being a fan. It doesn't mean I support the team any less, in my opinion. It's a student doesn't live near London.
Yeah, that's how it is.
It's just how it is, and every time I do go and see, I try and go and see as much as I can, but it's a different kind of experience. It's not like something I have to do. It's more like an experience. Like going to going to a theatre or something, seeing a play like once a year or something. It's more like that. That's just the way I've grown up. So I don't know. It's weird.
That's an interesting point actually, because obviously we're not avid theatre goers, so I don't know. One of you might be, but
Matthew.
To be fair, Shakespeare's from Stratford.
Well, it's like going to a concert. You can listen to music.
Yeah,
but you can listen to music by someone, but then a chance might come that you can go and see.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
you're
when
not
you put,
a real
when
fan
you
if
put
you
it
don't
like
see
that,
the band live. Sorry,
£50 to watch your favourite band.
Yeah,
a lot of people wouldn't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
So what's the difference with football?
Yeah,
well, it doesn't happen as often.
But it's like every week. So sometimes 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Plus, also I suppose when like your favourite band has a concert, they might be touring for 3 months. They might be in one place near you.
Yeah.
Over that time, and you know that for that 3 months, that is their earnings, and then like for the year they're not doing it. Whereas we know that one of their main sources of income over that touring time will be the money they get from the tour.
Yeah.
Whereas football clubs, we know, are constantly earning. Well, man, you're on the stock market.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm. But the concert thing, having a concert come near you, that's like me going to see Arsenal Doncaster, because that's the only time the tickets go. That was the only time I'm available, and the tickets are cheap, and they're available on general sale.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't mean I support the team any less.
Yeah.
It's just.
If
anyone watches me watching Arsenal on TV, you'd understand.
Yeah.
I know it's
not a pre-site.
No.
I get just as emotional as other fans.
But you
it's
don't
just
have
in
to
a
cry
different way.
every game, do you?
Well, I'll be experiencing it next year when we're all living in the house together and there's a game on. Oh god.
All right. Oh, you've just leaked the Unplayables podcast house. Just joking.
HQ.
I would never move in with you lot.
Ooh.
Joking.
Wait, George, just one.
Yeah, go.
How much are programs at Cheltenham?
£3.
£3.
I think £3
Yeah.
is generally the
Ours
Yeah,
are
yeah.
$3.50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50p extra.
It's weird, programs are very similarly priced.
Yeah, that's what's. Oh,
Well, it's probably
okay.
because they cost a similar amount to produce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's just they know
But
how
yeah,
much
but even
fans are willing
that,
to pay. in.
Arsenal. Think about the amount of people that are going to buy that program compared to Cheltenham.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe Arsenal could charge.
A
Pound.
bit less.
But
a
why?
bit more.
Why would they? People are going to buy them anyway. They might have tried.
True.
If they
But
decrease
just do
it to.
actually like give back to your fans instead of making them watch mediocre football every week.
But they don't, if you're the club running the business,
Wank
you
her
want
out.
it's either get more money or get less money,
Yeah.
and it's the same things happening.
Yeah.
It's tough to say, but they don't really care. They don't care about the fans.
No. Yeah.
They care about the money.
Yeah, that's what I think we're saying that they shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
agree.
not
Yeah.
their well, it is
Like-
their responsibility, but we know the reasons why they're not going to. It's because nobody's making them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it wouldn't like oh, sorry. My head.
I mean,
I forgot what I
what,
was gonna say.
why should they, like, if people are going to pay the £47 for
Yeah.
a ticket, why should they change? Like,
Yeah,
if they
that's-
increase them
Suppose.
they increase them 10%, people are still going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
If you have an opportunity to make more money in life, whoever you are, you're gonna
You're
do
gonna
it.
Yeah.
You snake.
Yeah.
You Fabian Delph.
I think the point George is trying to make though is it's not necessary.
No.
No,
No.
yeah.
It's
I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we know that. It's,
You can just I can understand
I mean, if
where they're
we were
coming
the
from.
owners-
Well, I mean, just
Es-
like look how
especially in the
much-
Premier League.
I mean, just like look how much kits are for clubs.
Oh,
like,
that is an yeah.
I mean, like when me and Ryan went to the store, like Ryan was looking at older kits or like
This
a
is Chelsea.
pre or older
Retro.
like training jacket sort of thing, and they were still like £60, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
And
And that
it
was like the season before.
Our retro kits are like 30.
Oh, yeah. But
So
I
like
think they
ours are
literally
still
mean,
like
the
top
training.
whack, even though like in Gary Cahill with the Champions League badge on was still like £45-50 because it was Champions
What's the
League.
Champions League?
Like it's ridiculous as well.
But with that, people like
People buy basket loads when you see them at
Yeah.
the mega store because it's at the mega store and
What's
you're
it
just
do? They're
thinking,
Chelsea fan. No, I'm just.
Most of the time, the prices of things are the way they are because they will have tested it. They would have found the niche, the little bit, the perfect price where it's not so much that people aren't going to pay it,
Yeah.
but it's not so little that they're being like cheated out or like they know they can get that
Like-
much. It's the same with shirt sales.
It-
They know people are going to buy
it
them.
wouldn't be too bad if they didn't make 3 new kits every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
because people
10,
back to,
15
like-
years ago,
Yes.
they'd do
Yeah.
shirt, home and away shirt every 2, maybe 3
Yeah.
years.
yeah,
That's
But now
what it
it's
should be.
3 new shirts every single
season.
year.
and they don't
That's-
even change that much. Like if you're like for Nike, with example, because Nike are with Chelsea, City, who else are they with?
A lot of clubs.
Like
Yeah.
and pretty
Across
much
Europe,
all of their kits
Are very
every-
similar.
are very similar to each other.
That's
Cities
what
and
is
Chelsea.
the England kit's Nike, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The Euro 2016 kits did my head in.
It
'Cause
should
they're
be the
all
training
literally
kit that's
just-
the actual one.
Yeah. But they're all just templates.
It's
Yeah.
With different colour templates,
yeah.
and it's
Puma's
You know.
kits for the World Cup. They are literally they're white shirts, and all the change is a little bit on the collar.
yeah.
And they're going to
That
charge
hurts
their
me.
fans £60, and then when they go out the tournament,
Yeah.
it'll be a tenner.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's marketing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
just-
It's unfair on the fans, but it's just clever. Well, it's
think the
clever
reason that they're
business
getting-
marketing.
Yeah, the reason
Well-
that they get it's not clever.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
wouldn't
was-
say it's clever because
it-
everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, they still do
I
it.
think
They
the
still
problem
buy
is
it.
that there's no one to challenge it.
No, exactly. Well, yeah. If they challenged it, they wouldn't. They know nothing would change, so
Yeah.
they just have to settle for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Either way, buy it or not.
If you look lower down the league, teams like Cheltenham, I think they release like
Lower
they
down the
ha-
Premier League, that is.
the football league.
I'm happy
Like-
with that, to be fair.
They release a new home kit every 2 years,
Yeah.
a new away kit every 2 years.
Yeah.
So fans won't have to pay 160,
No.
180 quid
No.
for new shirts because kids are going to want the new shirt.
Yeah.
And at best, the shirt costs about 50 top, because the shirt is 40, and then having your name imprinted, like every letter's £1. So,
And the thing about that is, at a club like Cheltenham, that money, the shirt sales will actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
You'll actually notice the difference. I bet you it's something that they
Yeah.
take it. Well, obviously, it's something they take into consideration.
yeah.
And it's most of the time, quite a few fans at Cheltenham will buy the shirt because they know it's giving money to their club, rather than even if it's not because they like the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
And that's the same with Football League clubs up and down the country.
It's not just football league; it's like even non-league teams.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Makes a huge
the reason they only
difference.
release shirts every 2 years is because, again, going back to that point, they found the best possible way to market them.
Well,
If they
for
they
their
moved up the
club.
leagues, they would change
they
more,
probably would.
and
yeah.
because they know more people
It's
would buy
just a
them.
shame, isn't it, that's
It's just the way it
goes
is.
Yeah.
because it's business run, and I think we'd all love to see more involvement. Well, not more involvement, but more consideration of fans. But
I just don't think that's going to happen.
not until there's something that challenges.
Yeah.
Caps and things.
Like
Yeah,
they could, like with tickets, they could like with the amount of sponsorship. Like
Oh,
there's the
Yeah.
sleeve sponsors
I
involved.
hate that.
That there's going to be like teams in Mexico. Their shirts are just covered.
Oh
in
yeah,
sponsors.
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
So soon, like I don't 10, 15 years perhaps, I can see the Premier League shirts.
It's not
being
going.
similar.
It's not going in a nice direction.
No.
Is it?
No.
I don't like
Players
it.
are
It'll be on their
walk-
socks soon, probably.
It'll be all over the kit.
Like, it just, like, I liked it when you just had the 2 badges on the side, and then you had the big one advertisement or whatever on your main kit. And also think about it. Obviously, that's on their kit on TV and everything being shown as sponsored advertising. And then obviously you're selling replica kits with that advertisement on, so that's getting more sort of noticed as well. So the amount of free advertising they get.
Well, it's not
Well, it's not-
free.
well,
it's not
when they
free,
pay
but-
40 million a year to put it on there.
I mean, yeah, but how much do they get back from just fans as well buying their shirts and then
but that's
showing
the thing. Like, for as long as everyone's going to want into that, and that's why. Like, obviously, we're saying the shirts are going to be filled, and the shorts and the socks and everything is going to be covered. But that's because that's the way. That is the way it's going. That is exactly how it's going. And you say like, oh, this one company's made so much money off of it. Why do they need more? Well, because more companies want to make more money,
Yeah.
and it's just a vicious circle.
if
of
a company
business.
gets a chance to put their sponsor on Manchester United,
They all do
they're
it.
going to do it.
And if you're Manchester United and a company comes in and offers you
if it's the right
ridiculous
million a
amounts
year.
of money, you're just gonna take it.
But it doesn't always
It
work
hurts
because,
me.
like, obviously, Man United, their main sponsor is Chevrolet, isn't it, at the moment?
It is, yeah.
For us as British people, that's not a car that we really established
Yeah,
with.
but
but-
Man United are a global
I mean, yes, they're a
brand.
global club. So, yes, globally, they will have done probably better than they will have done in the UK market. Which
Well,
is,
yeah.
But I mean, like,
something like 90% of fans born in and around Manchester turn out to be Manchester. Are more likely to be Manchester City fans than United, who are everywhere.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You
they're
probably
more of a
won't
global
go
club.
anywhere and not find a Man United fan
No,
somewhere.
it's incredible what
Mm.
they've done. To be honest, but
Yeah, Alex Ferguson.
I agree. Yeah.
But it's just. I'm sure we could talk for ages on this, but it's just not right, is it, for fans? I don't
No,
think.
it's not. It's obviously not right.
no.
And I
Yeah, I
It's
see.
difficult
I see
to
what you're saying,
change it.
Connor. Yeah, because we know, well, obviously we don't know. We're not all big business owners,
well,
but
I
it's,
am.
it's sensible, isn't it,
yeah.
for a business? We can make more money by doing
Yeah,
this.
it's sensible from a business point of view, but from a fan's point of view, we
Yeah.
just know it's daylight robbery.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And just adding something else, like teams have a main shirt sponsor
yeah.
and a training kit sponsor. Like Chelsea
Yeah,
have
we have
Yokohama Tires
Tyres,
Yeah,
and then Carabao.
Carabao,
Yeah.
Carabao energy drink, yeah.
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 So it's like,
That's-
it's,
2 sponsors.
So they get even more money, and yet they can still charge what they charge.
Mm.
final thing then, because we probably got to wrap up. It's gone quick, actually, hasn't it? But
Yeah, it has.
yeah. As a wrap up, where do we think it's going? Good direction or bad direction? We've pretty much answered, but yeah.
Bad direction for the fans, good direction for the business owners.
And what do we want to happen?
I don't know if it's a good direction for the business owners, even if they make that much money, because then fans might just lose interest.
Will the bubble burst?
Oh, well, yeah.
And
that's the question.
Yeah, I think it's going bad for both, because I mean, like, now sponsors are like, how much did Adidas pay just to have like 3 seasons with Man United, or however long? Was it like 75?
It's a lot of money.
Like, you know, even though they'll make that money back.
I think they signed a 10-year deal and they pay 75 million.
So that's 750 million
plus what Chevrolet play.
Yeah,
I think they get all the shirt sales as well. None of it goes to Man United.
So I mean, yeah, they'll make the money back, but that big investment, you know, they've nearly £1 billion just to put in advertisement. Obviously, they'll get it back, but eventually that would go up to £2 billion investment, sort of thing.
It's like when United signed Alexis Sanchez. Imagine how many shirts they sold with his name on the
Pogba.
back.
Well, yeah,
when he signed.
I'm just saying, like a more recent example.
Any big signing United make,
Lindelof.
Yeah, Lindelof too. Yeah, great.
Lukaku. Yeah,
I bet Arsenal made quite a bit of money
with Aubameyang.
and Mkhitaryan.
Well, the Ozil signing was the peak. Like,
yeah, but I'm.
But
was
20
years.
like
I don't
5
even-
years ago.
I'm not even sure how much. I don't. If we'd signed Aubameyang a couple of years ago, we would have made more. I reckon. I don't. It's just because of the state the clubs are now. But
Just
anyway,
like
yeah.
there'd be a.
When Cheltenham signed Harry Powell, it was just couldn't get even.
Have you got
couldn't
one
get
of
the
his shirts?
shot.
Have you got a shirt with it on the back?
No, I haven't. No,
Oh.
I haven't got a recent shirt. I don't think.
Is it because they're too much?
Yeah, no.
Oh, is it?
They're 40 quid.
It's not because
Oh, yeah,
they're
you've
too
got one,
much.
haven't you, Matthew?
I pay enough to Cheltenham Town Football
Oh,
Club.
okay.
Not that I'm saying I wouldn't pay it,
No.
but I'm saying like I pay enough towards the club going every week so that I like the only way I'm going to buy it is if I really like the design, and I just haven't over the last few
Yeah,
So
they've not been great.
Yeah,
in all
so-
honesty.
If you couldn't go to the games,
Would you buy a
would you
shirt?
have bought a shirt?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. 'cause
So
I
you
think
feel like you're still
'cause
contributing towards the club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Cool.
just the way it is.
Makes sense.
Anything else to add?
Don't think so, no.
No.
No. It's been a long morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I mean, this podcast's only been half an hour, so I mean, sorry, we've only just got in. But no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Illusion.
Wink, wink.
Yep.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, this is going to be our last podcast for a couple of weeks as we all go home for the Easter break.
Woo.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Me.
Oh.
Right. So Matthew won't be on the next podcast. No, I'm just messing around. Yeah, so a couple of weeks off probably. We hope you've enjoyed this one. Just like we hope you enjoyed the last two, which are of course now up on our YouTube channel. Well, you'll know if you're watching this actually, so don't listen to me. But yeah, thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter at UnplayablesPod. Let us know, tweet us, comment on this video, anything you'd like us to talk about in the future, and let us know your thoughts on the price of football. I think we've only really touched on the Premier League, but that's probably because that's where most of our expertise lie, and we're all very opinionated on that league. But yeah, so thank you everyone again. Thank you for joining me on this podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Stop it. So yeah, we'll be back soon with the next one, but like I said, a couple of week gap.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, everybody,
Bye.
and
Goodbye.
good friends.
Matthew out.
Someone ruined that then. I had a good thing going, but
See ya.
All right, yeah. Thanks for listening. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe to it, and we'll see you in the next
You can
one.
share it if you want as well.
Yeah, share.
Comment if you want to comment on it.
Yeah, do what you want with it. Just don't pick on us. See you later.